So Johnny Depp has managed to score a massive win with the movie City of Lies, and I think it's hilarious seeing the media actually admit to that, especially considering in some of these instances, not every instance mind you, but some of these instances, they are the same outlets, the same people writing up articles that try to tank his newest movie, saying, hey, it only made $15,000. The guy's career is over. Nobody will support him. And the reason it didn't make that, well, it's because it hadn't come out yet. Now, you and I, we're going to talk about City of Lies. We're going to applaud the success it's having while also laughing at the people that have to write articles just like this. Because, yeah, the very outlet that wrote this article, they're also the ones that started trying to tank the man's career. Fun times, huh? Fun times indeed. I love it. I love it when stuff like this happens. So hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. And if you would, share this video far and wide. Make sure everybody sees it, because it's the perfect laugh track capping off the last couple of years of turmoil, because people, they've been trying to destroy this man's career, just trying to destroy his legacy, and you know what? They failed. They've failed and then some. So first thing, if you've never heard about the movie City of Lies, this is a movie that just released, so you're just now getting to watch it, but this movie actually hails from 2018. It had a lot of legal problems. If you want to know about those, we can do a video on that another day, but this is a movie that looks into the notorious B.I.G.'s death, and while doing so, it looks into some very timely issues, including the Rampart scandal in LAPD. If you've never looked into that, you should. Police corruption, and so much more. Now, as far as reviews go, too, audiences, by and large, they seem to overwhelmingly like the movie. You can see this here. 5 stars, quite a bit. You see 4.5 stars in. You'll get one every now and then that doesn't like it, like this one right here, but by and large, you see how many are coming in pretty highly scored. Critics, though, at the beginning, they universally panned this movie. They wanted it to fail, and when you start reading what they're saying, well, a few of them, they actually let it slip. It's not just about the movie. Oh, it's about the star, aka Johnny Depp. He is not defensible, therefore, we want him to fail. Quote, City of Lies is more James Ellroy than docudrama, resulting in a tired police thriller that hitched its wagon to an untenable star. An untenable star. A star that really you can't defend with. You can't defend them against attack or objection. That's what they're telling you. Why are they saying that? Well, you know why indeed. That's why items like this from places like IndieWire, it has to drive them crazy. Why? Because they want it to fail. They want Johnny Depp to fail so badly, but he has support out there, and that support, well, it leads to items like this. Johnny Depp's scandal-plagued City of Lies is a recipe for a video-on-demand hit. See, this article here, it actually gets something that a lot of other media outlets, they just can't seem to recognize. That's the fact that Johnny Depp, right now, his name recognition is at an all-time high, but there's a lot of support with that name, too. When you put that in with other factors, well, you're going to have a hit. Quote, blend one well-known name with scandal, add an appealing subject, bake in theatrical visibility, and fold in home-friendly pricing, best served with stale alternatives. With this well-tested recipe for video-on-demand success, the long-delayed City of Lies stands out this week. So they tell you about the film, they tell you about some of its troubles, then they bring up its limited debut on March 19th in theaters, which I'll show you in just a second, because that, too, for a movie like this, that was actually a win as well. Then, 2 weeks later, it debuts on video on demand, and its trajectory is similar to ones recently enjoyed by the disgraced Armie Hammer, who stars opposite Gary Oldman in another video on demand hit, Crisis. So look at these ratings here. So priced at $6.99, and understand that's a rental price, by the way, if you're wanting to go out and you're wanting to actually own it. Places like Amazon, I've only looked there to see how much it costs to own, but it costs $12.99, but still, look at where the rankings sit. So these first two here, these are just by the number of rentals alone. On Apple TV, this ends up taking first place. That's quite an accomplishment, too, considering how many movies are available there. And on Google Play, which I think is a big accomplishment as well, that ranks number 4. Now, even more impressive is the rating on Fandango Now, because Fandango Now, it actually lists by revenue earned. So despite the pricing point of just $6.99, $6.99, it still ends up clocking 4th place. Now, as far as Spectrum is concerned, this would be a 4th one as well. They're lagging for their charting, meaning they haven't put out the charting yet. But if they had, as they note, it would have likely made all 4. I would go beyond that and say for sure it would have definitely made all 4 lists. Another thing that you'll notice the media out and out ignoring is the theatrical release of this. Why? Because they don't want to tell you that this actually did well in theaters. I know, crazy, right? I mean, if you look at these numbers here, they don't look that impressive at first, and so you start factoring in something else. Domestic box office number, $566,630. Again, is that something to write home about? Well, yeah, when you consider, if you look at this number here, theater counts. How many theaters did it actually play in? You're talking about something that played in 501 theaters. All across the United States, you only have 501 theaters opening this up. And despite that, you're talking about an earnings of $1,130 per theater, and that's in 2 weeks. So you have a 2-week average run, meaning $565 per theater coming in for a movie that these people said, oh, it won't perform at all. Go out and compare that to other movies. See how that does, because those movies, especially for the type of movie this is, that is remarkably well. So it absolutely made me want to do a video on this. It makes me want to laugh a lot. I'll probably start laughing in just a minute if I can hold it in. But this article, it is hilarious. Why? Because we got this covered. Well, they tried to bury the guy. They tried to ruin him by creating a false title, and you'll see that in just a second. So it was written a day ago. They're having to admit that Johnny Depp's new movie, it's blowing up on streaming. Again, we verified this with another place, by the way. I will not use We Got This Covered. I cannot stand the way that they go out, cover things. They create rumor every single day that isn't true. But this is verified. The movie is definitely blowing up on stream. Now that's got to drive them crazy, considering just 2 months ago they dropped this. This wasn't them reporting on a subject either. This was them creating a headline, a false headline at that, about a movie that had not released yet, saying, hey, his newest movie had bombed. It earned less than $15,000 at the box office. And they carried that forward, too. They said that his fans, they wouldn't support him. He was basically done. And that he needed to retire. He needed to be out of the game. So isn't it interesting that they have to go in and they have to retract all of that? They have to write an article like this. They have to eat crow because of what they did in the past. Them, the New York Post, so many others. That stuff, it is beautiful. It is beautiful and then some. But anyway, let me know what you think about this stuff. Have you watched the movie too? Did you like it there? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, appreciate the heck out of you. You make this stuff possible. No one else does. So thank you. I do appreciate you. If you want to help out the channel too, there are links in the description. We could always use your help. Check those out if you want to support the channel. But you being here, that matters too. So thank you. I appreciate you, and we will see you soon.